Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and there are a lot of interesting things happening. One of them is this. We covered it in one of the last videos, but this Empower oversight. See, this is a problem for the SEC. I think Bank XRP has it right here. So it says SEC can't shake off Empower oversight's questions about improper conduct in the XRP lawsuit. And you know, that's what's interesting about this whole lawsuit thing with the SEC. And this is something I don't know that I talk about much, but even if they work it out with Ripple, this is the problem they have. Even if they work it out with Ripple now, even if they were able to work it out and give Ripple clarity and all this was behind them, they've still got to deal with John Deaton. They've still got to deal with Empower oversights and all of these. In other words, they stirred up a hornet's nest, and now they can't get the hornets to go back in the nest, and it's their own fault. They did not have to do this the way it was done, and I think they probably know that by now. No, this is a Charles Gasparino tweet from earlier. Breaking crypto industry says the biggest player in regulating digital coins may not be the SEC or the CFTC, but the Federal Reserve, which is preparing to release its annual report on the business and will provide some clarity. More now, Fox Business. Now, folks, this is interesting because I said I don't know why, but this tweet reminded me of this, and I captured the Craig. Remember when Craig DeWitt from Ripple tweeted this, and he said, "Proud to share, I've been selected as Vice Chair, U.S. Faster Payments Council for Cross-Border Payments, investigating CBDCs and best-in-class technologies to make them possible. Some big industry players, including Ripple, involved. More to come." Now, this person says, "How is fast payment connected to the Fed?" And this guy knocks it out of the park, and he shows this. U.S. Faster Payments Council welcomes Federal Reserve as founding sponsor. Okay, so that's what's been going on. Now, Craig DeWitt himself replied to my tweet, and he says, "Clarity, period, now, period." That, Craig DeWitt, is a thumbnail quote. Clarity.now. I'm all over it. Don't you worry. Craig, I'm the master of thumbnails. All right, Eleanor Terrett, who works with Charles Gasparino, had tweeted this out today. On the last ruling in the SEC versus Ripple case, John Deaton gave me his biggest takeaways, and here's what I find the most interesting. On June 13th, 2018, the day before the Hinman speech, the SEC legal team reviewed whether XRP was a security in a legal limbo and did not recommend bringing any enforcement action against Ripple or its executives. This shows SEC lawyers did not think it was unequivocal that XRP was a security. Sounds like fair notice to me. So what changed in 2 years? Lots to get into here, and Charles Gasparino will discuss. Well, Charles Gasparino was on with I'm drawing a blank on her name. Anyway, she'll say it. Liz Clayman. Here he goes.
Pulling up XRP right now because that cryptocurrency at the moment is moving. Most of the cryptos are moving lower. Bitcoin's higher, but XRP is down just under 1%, trading at about 73 cents. The lead judge in the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit has just handed down a decision to allow certain documents that are crucial to the case to be allowed into evidence. Charlie Gasparino has been speaking with the experts involved. I would think, Charlie, this favors XRP big time, right?
I would say, net, yes. And we should point out that XRP is the cryptocurrency. I know Ripple's going to hate me for saying this because part of their argument is that they're not really related, but they really are. XRP is the cryptocurrency of Ripple. XRP was created and then used to build out Ripple's blockchain platform for cross-border payments. The SEC came in right at the end of Jay Clayton's tenure in 2020 and said XRP was used illegally, improperly. It should have been registered as a security. Ripple, which issued the XRP again, is fighting back. This is a case, it sounds like gobbledygook here, I know, but this is a huge case if you're into crypto, because if the SEC wins this case, it's carte blanche on regulating everything crypto. It can go after Ethereum. It could say Ethereum was technically a security and they didn't register, so they owe us money and they have to go through the process. And so far right now it's illegal. They could theoretically go after Bitcoin. I mean, try to track down Satoshi Nakamura and say, why didn't you register with us, Nakamoto? Why didn't you register with us? I mean, I'm being a little facetious there, but that is a possibility. It could go back and the SEC can gain great powers. Ripple is fighting back. And one of their key arguments, Liz, is that the SEC is playing double standard. It has a double standard here. It allowed, during the Clayton years, and so far right now during the Gensler years, these other cryptocurrencies to be considered currencies and not securities. They didn't have to register with the SEC, but they made XRP.
They're held to different standards, obviously.
Different standards. So now, how are they going to prove that case? Well, they got access now to some documents, some privileged, what was considered privileged documents by the SEC. The SEC hates giving up documents and wants all its stuff done in secret. And you know why? Because they don't want, there's a debate going on. But anyway, the key part that I think that they got here is they're going to get some emails, communications, and drafts of a speech made in 2018 by a former SEC official named Bill Hinman. We've talked about him in the past. Bill gave a speech at a Yahoo Finance conference, which laid out the SEC's regulatory agenda. What is a security? Why isn't it? Why isn't Ethereum a security? Why isn't Bitcoin a security? And why these others, i.e. XRP, might be. We're going to get, at least XRP is going to get, and Ripple, they're going to get the notes, the drafts, to try to figure out, and in their view, they want to know what was the thought process, and did the SEC cut Ethereum, for example, a break? And we should point out that a lot of the former SEC officials, like Hinman, like Jay Clayton, now work for entities that do business with the Ethereum blockchain or have investments in it. It's very interesting what Ripple is arguing here. I'm not saying that confluence is there's a huge scandal here. I'm just saying what Ripple is arguing. So this is a big case. We should point out that Mr. Clayton, Mr. Hinman had no comment. They have denied in the past any conflicts of interest that swayed their viewpoints on these. As a matter of fact, they weren't involved in any of this Ethereum stuff that they're doing now in private practice when they were at the SEC. But this is heating up, and once you get the SEC the judge allowing these documents, that means we get it. That means everybody gets it.
Right.
These are going to be interesting stories about how the SEC came up with its current regulatory framework, and very controversial. This is a huge case if you own crypto. Trust me on this one.
Very controversial.
Back to you, Liz.
And nobody's more out front than you and your producer, Ellie Terry. All right, thank you, Charlie, very much.
Ellie's doing a great job breaking stories left and right on this.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. And then we have this. John Deaton had he had done this tweet about thinking about the position that Hinman's in now. He says, think about this quandary for Hinman. The SEC threw you under the bus and had you sign an affidavit saying it was only your opinion. If it wasn't meant to be SEC guidance, then why did you gratuitously grant a regulatory free pass to Ethereum? Maybe he will tell Gasparino. And I retweeted this and I said, look at this. Just think how absurd this is. We are supposed to believe that Bill Hinman just woke up one day and decided to signal to the market that Ethereum was not a security. The SEC had nothing to do with it. He even went on CNBC, and I said, America deserves better than this. America deserves so much better than this SEC. It's a joke. Now, Ripple tweeted this today. We're excited to bring our proposal for NFT capabilities to life on NFT DevNet. Devs can now test building NFT apps and use cases on a beta environment. Learn how to get started. And guess what? It's going to be 10,000 times cheaper than Ethereum. Crypto Law, John Deaton's law firm, tweeted this in a virtual press conference today. Gary Gensler said again that his SEC is coming after crypto exchanges in the near future. Well, of course he's coming after them, because his buddies on Wall Street are about ready to open up their custody so that they can house all of those assets and they can capture this new asset class. And so I think that's why Gary Gensler was sent there. Shut down the crypto exchanges, or at least most of them, so that your boys like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs and the boys can then gather all of those assets. Make no mistake, that's what Gary Gensler's about. Now, I was looking for video on this and I haven't found it yet, but I'm sure we will have it in the next few hours. Gary Gensler was going to be on Mad Money with Jim Cramer tonight. That should be interesting. So I will look and make sure I get that. Walter Bloom, things are happening. Proof of work, folks, is in the spotlight. I have this feeling that proof of work is under attack and might be under attack more in the next few days and weeks. Bitcoin, Ethereum use enormous amounts of energy, according to a House Democrat. Then there was this article from Crypto Briefing. EU regulator urges proof of work ban. Boy, you want to talk about grown men weeping? And then there was this, ProCoinNews.com ran this poll. Proof of work doesn't work. Agree or disagree? Let's hit the refresh button and see how many. It looks like 81.9% agree. That's a lot of folks. I do agree. You'll see my check mark. I voted agree. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family that most people think that proof of work doesn't work, and that's because it doesn't. Thanks for listening.